And I was wailing and just crying, and I don't even know what I was saying. And then 15 minutes later, she said, okay, I got to go. So she left, and I was like, okay. And I was fine. I didn't have any second thoughts. But then she called me back, and she said, I think you need intensive therapy, and I think you might need to get on hormones.
Oh,
no, but this was awesome. It was my medicine. See, this is like what I needed, right? And this is what's so gorgeous about medicine. Doesn't look necessarily like the way we want it to.
Right. Yes.
And so what happened was I got really grounded, and I said, actually, well, first I want to say thank you. Thank you for calling me and sharing your thoughts with me. But I also want to be really clear that I'm very clear that this is a rite of passage, and that I must have the courage to walk through this. And it's devastatingly uncomfortable. And I want to crawl out of my skin, but I know that it is so rich, and there was turn on in it.
Yeah.
And, I wanted to deny that, though. I was like, no, this is miserable. Right? But there was turn on, because I was so tuned into what was happening and tuned into other realms.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And it just really brought a sense of, oh, okay, Katie, so you just need to be really mindful who you choose to let into this level of sacredness.
Yeah.
Not that person was wrong, but I thought this person could deal with it, right? But thank goddess I called her, because she was the medicine I needed.
Yeah.
To be able to own it fully. Like to have someone say, oh, hormones and therapy and she also thought I should get on some medication, right? So it was like, okay.
She didn't realize that you were in the medicine.
Yeah.
And that she was a part of the medicine.
That's right. That's right. And I think that is so indicative of where people go when their feelings come up. Like, you got to fix it. You got to make it better. You take medicine, do something to like calm this down. And it's like, no. That's actually going to impede where you're being called to head to.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I know that I have a memory. I don't have book memories of this. I have visceral memories of lifetimes or just being tapped into different cultures or whatever it is, where women actually held space for each other, actually fed them in that process, actually made sure that they were safe, actually honored it and took care of whatever needed to be taken care of, their kids or whatever. And they didn't think it was the thing that made them need to be institutionalized, And that's what happens because this is power. This really is power. I know you know this. We're just in this conversation together, and our emotions are the most powerful thing on the planet. And I remember doing this deep dive into just understanding what people get paid for. What do people get paid for? And following the trail of the most money. The interesting thing was for me in that journey is finding the end of that is the people who can make the most people feel, doesn't matter what they make them feel, good or bad, get paid the most. And if you think about actors, athletes, crowds of people feeling great and horrible all at the same time in a sporting event, in a movie, you're scared, you're happy, those movies that invoke the most feelings get paid, people want to watch them. Yeah. And, for just who we are as humans, we cannot turn that off. And not that it needs to equate to money. It is our value.
Oh, that just took my breath away. So thank you for saying that, because that truly is our power. It's our essence, and we've been conditioned to stuff it away.
I know.
And that stuffing is so painful, right? It's so, I mean, like I just thinking about it, I used to just feel choked. Like I just like where I couldn't even let my emotions come out, right? It was like, oh, and now, I mean, I just cry all the time with joy, with sadness, with whatever. It's like, I just feel so tuned in, and and it's taken people in my life, time to be okay with that, right?
To get used to it, yeah.
Fix it. Like, here's something I can do. What's going on? Blah, blah. And it's like, no, I'm experiencing what I'm needing to experience. And thank you. And the self-appreciation, by the way, for me is key to embracing all of it.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you're practicing. I mean, not that I, need you to or anything, but I just love how the work seems to just